Hello Physical Fiends, it is Jordan here with some just announced physical releases. These are games that have recently been announced for a physical release. They are not releasing this week, and as always, I do not do limited pre-order stuff since they are always covered in Monday's video, and there's no point repeating myself. Cult of the Lamb Definitive Edition is getting a release on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5 on July the 17th. This is supposedly going to live up to its name by having all the DLC packs and the Woolhaven expansion on the cartridge. Now that will make it an extremely chunky experience. Cult of the Lamb became a bit of a cult indie title. I say indie, it sold millions and millions of copies and was backed by a big publisher, but you know what I mean. It got acclaim from all corners, and if you're looking to eventually pick it up, well, this will be the one to get. Monopoly Star Wars Heroes vs. Villains is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch 2 as a game key. Boo! Oh, and look, my giant Star Wars video game retrospective is becoming even more obsolete. Actually, this is not the first Star Wars Monopoly video game because I reviewed the original in that very video, and this isn't a port or a remake or a remaster. It looks like it's its own new thing, and apparently it will have some kind of twist when it comes to multiplayer, like playing on the light side, dark side tropes. It's releasing June the 11th. MOUTHOLE. Yes, it is MOUTHOLE, not MouthHole. And what is this, ladies and gentlemen? Exceedingly crap retro-style 3D visuals. Sign me up immediately. What a weird game this is. This game was removed from Steam, and yet here it comes as a PlayStation 5 physical, with only 1,000 copies being made of it. A freaky, weird game that instantly sold me, no less for the fact that this physical release could be its only remnant in this universe. Like, it was sold on Steam, then it went free for a while, and then it was removed altogether due to the developers just giving up. They cancelled their upcoming game. It sounds like they either won the lottery or moved into a compound with a cult. Either way, I am super intrigued by it, and it is a very interesting and quite limited physical release. And if you want it, or any of the games in this video, then you can purchase them via the links down below in the description and pinned comment. VGP are a fantastic company with free worldwide shipping on orders over 75 Canadian bucks, like 55 American dollars, not that much. Plus, each week, if you buy something via my link, you are put into a draw to have a chance of winning a $10 discount coupon, the winner of which I announce every Monday. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Mortal Shell 2 is releasing physically on PlayStation 5 sometime this year. The sequel to a popular game that not many people actually liked. It was more hopeful adoration, an indie game really trying to be like Dark Souls, like full 3D, trying to look the part. The trailers looked sweet, but of course, it couldn't quite reach the heights that people hoped. However, after still making millions and millions of dollars with money in the bank, maybe this second time will live up to the promise a bit more. We'll have to see. Aero 2 Black Razor Edition is getting a physical release on PlayStation 5 on August the 11th. This is an on-rails rhythm shooter. The original game was a bit of a hit, although this one seems like it flopped somewhat. There's like almost no reviews for it on Steam, and apparently there's some contentious new gameplay mechanics that original fans did not like, but apparently if you get over that, you'll still have a fun time with it. Beneath is releasing physically on PlayStation 5 August 11th as well, and this is a FPS that is prime time PS2 era. At least I thought it was. It turns out the trailer I watched was for a funny retro visual update for the game, which makes it look even better in my opinion. If you don't add that, it looks like a by-the-books attempt at a Lovecraftian horror-drenched FPS. Could be good though, and I hope that retro thing is on the PlayStation 5 release. Absolum is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge. It's coming later this year with more details to follow soon. It's not even immediately clear what the benefits are for playing this on Nintendo Switch 2 rather than the original Switch, but one would assume it's going to run much better and in a higher resolution. Many critics and players adored what this was going for. Co-developed by Dotemu, it is a beat-em-up roguelike with fantastic animation and artwork that will really shine on Nintendo Switch 2. Needy Streamer Overload is back once again, this time on PlayStation 5 in North America. Seems odd that it wasn't released earlier alongside the Switch physical, but better late than never. This is kind of a visual novel, but it's presented in a unique way. It's one of those that's supposed to subvert your expectations, and it is well regarded. Pampas and Selene is releasing physically on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5 in both a standard edition and a collector's edition, and it is a European exclusive from Tsura Games. It is an 8-bit style platformer where you can play in couch co-op if you want. If not, you can swap between characters, take advantage of their powers and situations. It doesn't look like much, but actually it is a very well regarded game, a nice co-op Metroidvania made by the same people as Unmetal, Ghost 1.0 and Unepic, so there's some good pedigree in there, and it's coming later this year. Shenmue III Enhanced. A quick mention to this, I've talked about it a lot before, but now finally the standard edition for North America is up for pre-order. Like, you can pre-order that right now on Nintendo Switch 2, proper cartridge, PlayStation 5 and Xbox. If you didn't want to import the version from in games, or you just wanted a normal release, well, here it is. It's coming at the end of this year and I cannot wait. Alright, let's take a look at some recent import announcements. These are games that so far only have an Asian or Japanese release with English, unless otherwise stated. But of course, since there's always time, keep in mind a Western physical could be announced at any point really. And you can order these from Play Asia. And if you click my Play Asia link, you can get 5% off with my code Jordan2026. But you must use my link first. If you don't use my link, you won't be able to use the code. They've changed the system, okay? Also, some of them will be available from VGP2. I've linked them where applicable. Blue Reflection Quartet is going to be a very, very big import exclusive. It's been confirmed to be digital only in the West, but Japan and Southeast Asia are rocking the English language version on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. Honestly, I think this could be the biggest import of the year. I know it's early, but the potential is there. 4 JRPGs in one package from the developers that brought you the Atelier game series. And this has 2 main console games and then 2 reworkings of other media games into an RPG framework. Since I made the video about it, the English cover version is now on sale, the Southeast Asian release, and also the special super expensive collector's edition that is also on sale now too. Days Collection Akiba Heroines is a new cultured physical release from Quartet in cooperation with Arc System Works. This is a triple pack of visual novels designed to excite the reader in certain regions. Of that I am certain. This is comparable to the Fantasy Sextet Tavern Trilogy thing, which released earlier this year. That has been one of the bigger imports of the year so far, and this will surely follow, especially because of its first print edition, which, if you get this English version with the English cover, you also get some slightly NSFW artwork and some Joy-Con stickers. Now the question is it going to be bigger than Fantasy Tavern thing? I think it will be. Telenet Shooting Collection 1 and 2, I've mentioned this one extensively when it was first revealed in its own video, but it's worth bringing up again since it did not appear in this video series. This is a really nice shmup collection of 8 games from Telenet. While the first part did get an English release via limited run, this double pack will include English in the second part for the first time, and this is a Play Asia exclusive release and it's coming in a standard edition as well as a limited edition before the summertime. Ratatan is making its way physically to Nintendo Switch 2 on a proper cartridge and PlayStation 5 in Japan, and it will play in English. Currently, there is no word about a Western physical release. It could happen, if the right publisher is involved, but what is worth noting is that it was recently announced that the version for the original Switch was cancelled, so you won't find that there. It's only on Switch 2 and PlayStation 5. It is a very well-loved rhythm action game. I believe there is some connection to the Patapon series, and this is releasing July the 16th. Another Eden Begins, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, is another proper Switch 2 cartridge, and by the way, it's also on the original Switch as well. It's not currently 100% clear if on Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2, if it will have English or not. I think it is likely, but it is not confirmed, nor if there's going to be a Western physical release. It is entirely possible, something may pop up, but it's currently advertised as digital only in the West. This is a great looking JRPG from the bloke who wrote Chrono Trigger. I'm very excited about it. If there is an update about English, I will be sure to let you guys know, so make sure you are subscribed to not miss it. And there we have a bunch of new announcements. What was your favorite in this video? Let me know in the comments below alongside your thumbs up, okay? If you want to pre-order any of these, please do so with the links down below in the description and pinned comment. I greatly appreciate that, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.